Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, Movie Night with the Youngs. I am one of your hosts, Nicole,
And I'm Brittany.
and we are back with another lightning round. This week we did a Goofy movie.
Woo!
So if you haven't watched that movie, go ahead and watch it so you know what questions we're asking. Not you won't know them, but you'll have your own answers based on the
Sure.
questions. Yeah.
Sure.
So I have my handy dandy questions here, so let's just get right into it. The questions, just a heads up, I feel like they're gonna spark some stories, hopefully.
Well,
Some good stories. So first question is about music.
okay.
Do you like, or which song do you think is better? Tevin Campbell's Stand Out or Eye to Eye?
Well, in this content, it is Powerline, sung by Tevin Campbell.
True.
Don't confuse everybody.
True.
100% Stand Out. Eye to Eye is cool, but Stand Out is like, there's so many different kind of moments in it. Like, I don't know. It just gets me pumped. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It is one of those songs that I would imagine if I was like in like a teen movie and I just did get noticed that I would like sing as I'm like running through the halls like Zac Efron style and High School Musical, like yeah, or like in Footloose when he dances in the barn. Like this would be that song.
Okay. I'm actually going to disagree, and I think it's Eye to Eye.
Because
Actually, the same reasons. That song. So it could only be because in my current playlist, which has been a playlist for very many years, Eye to Eye comes before Stand Out in my playlist. So I feel like I naturally just listen to Eye to Eye more than Stand Out, which could be the reason why. Yeah. But I like Stand Out. It pumps me up. I always listen to it like when I ride my motorcycle.
Yeah. It's funny that you say my helmet. You say it properly. You say eye to eye, and I'm saying eye to eye.
Eye to eye? Eye to eye?
But it literally is written eye to the number 2 eye.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But Stand Out is like barely second. They're both really good.
They're both great.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool.
Should have been in our soundtracks of the month.
Yeah,
soundtracks of the good whatever month.
True. Those are good songs. All right. So, in the movie, Max obviously is always embarrassed by his father. Mm-hmm. Has mom or dad done anything to embarrass you?
This is not. No. I mean, I don't really feel like they've done anything to embarrass me. But I definitely have a memory. Dad and I one time, I was in college. I was home for like the summer or for the winter, and Dad and I went to Best Buy, and we were walking, and of course it's Alaska. It's really icy. It's really snowy. And Dad's telling me like, be careful, Britt, like be careful, like acting like I've not been walking on ice since I was like 9. And we're walking into the front door, and he just slips and falls, but he falls sideways. Like our dad is like 6'4". He's a big guy. He falls sideways. So his feet take out my ankles and I fall sideways on top of him. And then he's like, oh, Britt, why are you falling on top of me? Like really loud. Like I was the one who fell. I was like, you just took me out, right? Mm-hmm. Like you literally just took me out from the ankles. And he's like, oh man, you okay? You okay? You need help up? Like really trying to make it about me when he was the one that fell.
Yeah.
But yeah, that took me literally took me out. But it wasn't, I don't know that it was embarrassing. It was more just like, you were the one who fell, old man.
Yeah, but you're blaming me.
Yeah. So
that is funny. I honestly can't think of anything either. That nothing that like really stands out to me.
Pun intended.
Nothing that really stands out to me. I feel like though mom is, I feel she likes to know things. Not that she likes to know things about people, but she maybe asks questions that I feel like make people uncomfortable, which embarrasses me kind of.
Like what?
So one thing that happened recently is we were going through the drive-thru at Walgreens to pick up my prescription, and we ran into one of my neighbors who actually worked at Walgreens, which I never knew. And this neighbor happened to be selling their house. I think I told you the story. And mom was asking very detailed questions. She's like, "Oh, I see you're selling your house. It seems like it's sitting on the market for a while. what's going on? And like the girl, you can tell there's like stuff going on that because it keeps going under contract, falls off, back and
Yeah.
forth, but she really doesn't want to go into it. Um, and mom's just making her feel really uncomfortable, and I'm just sitting there like, Mom, you can tell she doesn't want to tell you, and mom just keeps going, and then we
Yeah.
drive away, and tell mom, and I'm like, Mom, you made her really uncomfortable. She doesn't want to tell you details, and mom literally says like, I'm old, it's okay.
Well, also acting like she hasn't already looked the house up on Zillow and been like seeing
Exactly,
inside the
saw
house
all
and
the
how much it's
details.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I told one of my
but
friends that just bought a house. I was like, "Oh, you just bought a house? I looked up how much you bought it for on Zillow." And she's like, "Oh, 100%." And I was like, "Yeah.
yeah.
I just got to know."
Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of just little things like that,
Mm,
but nothing like super
no.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Um, oh, this is a good question. So, did you notice any other Disney characters that made an appearance in this movie?
I sure did. There's a Mickey Mouse phone. There's a Little Mermaid. She's sitting behind Principal Mazer in the backstage
Oh, I
when,
didn't see that one.
yeah, she's sitting behind. Is it Principal Mazer or is it Bobby? She's sitting on something backstage, but she also then comes up in the light. She's the light in the
Yeah.
Neptune Inn,
Mhm.
and then Mickey and Donald are part of the On the Open Road song. They're like hitchhiking,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I think that's it.
I didn't notice the phone one that you mentioned.
Really, Max's phone
Yeah, I
is
didn't.
Mickey.
I totally did notice that
Yeah.
one. But you can see in that photo, I don't even know what you call photo center that they're at. One of the stuffed animals is Bambi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then one which I didn't catch, and I forgot to find it, but I was watching another video about it. Mickey apparently is in the audience in the Powerline concert. I totally forgot
Oh,
to
I
look.
never would have. Oh, maybe that's where they're hitchhiking for.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I forgot to look at that one. So
Goofy and Max, pick them up. Don't let your mascot. No, but I also noticed on Goofy's keychain, he has like a Disney logo
yeah.
keychain.
Mhm.
And when they're playing 20 questions, his answer is Walt Disney. And I was like, wait a minute. This is a world full of dogs. How do you know a man?
Mhm.
Like, I get the joke, but I was also just like,
Yeah.
something's not, the math isn't mathing here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Doesn't make sense to me,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. But if any of you have seen this movie and you know of any other characters that popped us, let us know
Yeah.
in the comments because I'd be curious. There's probably a lot of cameos.
Well, probably. Well, I think they do that in all the Disney movies too.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Next question.
Next question.
If Tevin Campbell was part of another Disney soundtrack, which one would it be? Or
I
which one would you
mean,
like to see him, I guess, would work too.
hmm. I mean, I feel like I don't know. He could actually. I think he would have been great in Princess and the Frog.
Oh, yeah.
Like I could just hear him doing some jazz. I really want to say, like, of course, like he can come sing on my favorite Disney movie, Beauty and the Beast, anytime he wants. But Peebo Bryce already does an amazing. Him and Celine Dion do an amazing
Yeah.
version of Tale as Old as Time. So I'm like, no.
Mhm.
And Peebo Bryce also does A Whole New World as well.
Mm,
So I feel like they were like, we got Peebo.
yeah. But I think Tevin
No.
Campbell's voice would work for A Whole New World really well.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you want to know a fun fact though? Did you know
Sure.
that the singing voice of Max in this movie is Aaron Lohr, who plays Portman in Mighty Ducks?
Really?
Oh, he's a musical theater guy. He's been
Hmm.
on Broadway. He was in Newsies. Like he's a
Mhm.
singer. He was in Rent. That's how he met his
Interesting.
current wife, Adina Menzel. Yeah.
Interesting. I would never
Hmm.
picture that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's pretty cool.
We like him.
Interesting.
Portman.
Yeah. Mm, I feel like he really can do a lot of Disney movies.
Hmm.
I feel like he'd be good in Snow White for some reason. I don't know.
As one of the dwarves?
I
They're
don't
the
know.
only men who
Something
sing in
that
that
makes
movie.
that movie a little less creepy. That's what I
I mean, I
see.
guess he could be Prince Charming, or is he even Prince Charming? All the princes, like, there's only like two
He
princes that have names.
True. He could be any one of the princes, I feel like. He has a very prince voice.
That's why he could be Prince Naveen in Princess and the Frog, which I don't
Mm.
even think you've seen before.
I
That's a
mean,
no.
yeah,
That's a
probably
no.
not.
That's a no. It's not a yes,
Probably
it's
not.
a no.
Probably not. Maybe. A long time ago. Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Basic question that we always
Mhm.
ask. Favorite scene?
Favorite scene? I mean, it's gotta be the standout performance.
Yep.
I think that's oh, but I also do think it's really funny when Bigfoot, like, stops them in the or, like, has them in the car, and he's like, "Is he still out there?" And Bigfoot is literally doing, like, sock puppet shows
Yeah, yeah.
for them in front of the windshield. I thought that was pretty funny.
That is funny too. And when he puts on the headphones and is dancing to Staying Alive.
Yeah, which I feel like is always the song that people use to, like, get people into music, in, like,
Hmm.
movies and cartoons. Maybe it's something with
Mhm.
the licensing where they're like, "Use that song."
Could be. Yeah. I'll have to agree. Those are my same ones too. Yeah. All right, last question.
And then maybe
And
my
let's oh
question, but
yeah,
yeah.
you have a bonus question.
Yeah.
Um Favorite activity or trip to do with dad when we were younger?
Was dad taking you places? What? No, that's not true.
Or activity. I said or activity. You don't have to go somewhere. Oh no.
Oh my goodness, Nicole just dropped her microphone. Actually, you know what? It's not that oh, well, I guess it was a favorite, but like growing up in Japan when we would go to Tokyo Disney, I loved
Mm.
riding the haunted mansion with dad because at the end when the ghosts would come in the mirrors and that would be like in your carriage, he would always be like, "Ooh, oh," like he was scared, and I just thought it was like the funniest thing, and it's the thing that I remember the most when I like go on the ride still. Like I remember when I took Shane on it for the first time, like I told him that story trying to be
Mhm.
like, here's a little insight into my childhood and world, and he was like, all right. That was a Scottish accent, not Irish. But it didn't really impact him. Like I felt like I thought it was like such a my dad used to do this, and he
Yeah.
didn't really think it was that cool.
Hmm. I mean, that's cool. Or when he used to like try to get himself into the teacups with his long legs. You could
Oh,
barely
I
like
never rode those.
turn the wheel thing.
No, mom and I, we didn't ride those. We just hung out. That's probably when we were at the Country Bear Jamboree.
Mm. Yeah. I don't like that one. I skip that one every time I go to Disneyland.
That was my
But
favorite.
yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that come to mind. I feel like one of the activities, um,
I'm confused by this word activity. I just feel like I was just taught things.
things to do, whatever, bonding moments.
Sure.
One of the ones that I remember a lot when I was younger is dad relaxing my hair.
Oh no, see
Like,
that was mm-mm.
so I started relaxing my hair very young. Like, I think the first time I did it was first grade. Um,
Just for
because
me,
I
kids.
was, yeah, I was going through a whole identity crisis. I didn't like my curls. I wanted straight hair like my friends. Anyways, um, so dad used to relax my hair, and when I was younger, it used to be a very traumatizing experience
Mhm.
because it was back in the day where they had like straight up lye in the products and it used to burn the crap
Burn.
out of your head.
Mhm.
So you could always tell the spots that like he missed the Vaseline because it would start burning. And
Mhm.
then he would just tell me like, "No, it needs to stay on longer." And be like, "It's burning, it's burning." And he's
Yeah,
like,
I
"No, it
remember
needs
that.
to stay on longer, otherwise it's not gonna be straight." Um, that I really remember, and he actually relaxed my hair all the way up until like my early 20s, I want to say,
Yeah, he
because I
used
feel
to
like I started doing like embracing more of my curls, like I'd say early 20s probably.
when he because he used to I mean, he wrecks my hair up to a certain point and I just said stop, but he used to comb my
Mhm.
hair, and now when I get my hair done on set, I tell people or, like, even, like, hair and makeup or anything, I'm like, "You can go ahead and pull, I'm not tender-headed." Like,
Yeah,
my black father did my hair,
yeah,
and, like, the people who know, like, my hair girl, Valerie Jackson on Glow is also mixed, and she was like, "Say no more.
yeah, yeah,
Understood."
yeah.
But dad has this probably too much information, but he has this scar on his leg from when he first learned how to ride a tricycle. And I used to, when he combed my hair because he was hurting me, because I had knots in my hair, I had curly hair, and he'd
Yeah.
always yank and pull. I used to push that scar like it was hurting him. And I'd be like, give my thumb, I'd be like on his leg, and it did nothing. But at the time, I
Yeah.
was like, I'm getting him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my, because we used to have like our hair was way thicker younger
Yeah,
in
and look at
our
it
old
now.
age. Yeah, probably relaxing it too much. But used to be
Mm-mm,
so thick and he was not gentle. It was
mm-mm.
that brush is going to get through the hair no matter what.
Yeah.
And he did her hair every morning when we were little before school.
Yeah, and that's why mine was out to here, because he would just comb all the curls out and just be like, "You're good."
Just a giant poof ball.
Yeah.
But what's your bonus question?
My bonus question, and I don't even know if you'll answer it. I don't know if I have an answer for it. Have you ever told such a huge lie that you just got caught up into it? And if you did you get caught or did you get away with it?
Like you kept going with it?
Like Max, like he told Roxanne he was going to the Powerline concert and then he had to do everything in his power to like get to the Powerline concert. Like change the map.
No, I don't feel like I've done anything super drastic like that. Like I feel like mine are going to be little like, where were you? Oh, I was at my friend's house, but I was really, on the train shopping, or like little things like that.
I have
or
one,
did
but
you
I don't know if I want to say.
Oh, goodness.
I once went
Then
over
why'd
to
you bring up the question?
I know, it's fine. I once went over to my friend's house and I was obsessed with Mary-Kate and Ashley at the time. And they had a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie that I hadn't seen yet. And I wanted to watch it so bad, but they didn't want to watch it. So then I took it and put it in my bag. But then to like cover my tracks, I then like the next morning like opened my bag and was like, "Oh my God, you guys, I forgot. I brought the same movie," to make it like, if they knew I took it, it's no, because I already had my own copy. And then I went home and told mom and dad that they gave it to me.
So we just kept this movie.
We just kept this. It was specifically, I think, Mary-Kate and Ashley like go to the aquarium or something. It had to do with dolphins, but I definitely remember that. Like, it ballooned fast. Never got caught though. But I do think I'm pretty sure I did tell, like a couple years ago, I told my two friends that had happened, and I think they thought it was funny.
Like just like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, like over Instagram, because it was friends from it was friends from Japan that like I haven't seen since then.
Oh, gotcha.
So like our only communication now was like over, and I'm pretty sure I told one of them, because they were twins. I think I told one of them that I did that, and I think she said that they knew, and I was like,
that's pretty funny.
That's what I stole. Movies, nerd.
Well, I mean, could have been worse, so we'll take it.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. But with that being said, that is the end of our lightning round.
Woohoo! Sorry, that was a long one.
No, it's okay. We enjoyed your story.
Just cut it.
Yes. But if you have not watched our other episode, we will link it in the description down below. If you have any funny stories that you experienced during your childhood, be sure to comment down below, because I'd be interested to hear anything funny from anyone's story.
Steal?
Exactly. And next week, we are going to be doing Disney classics starting off the month of April, and we are going to start with Britney's favorite.
Yes.
She claims that it's the best Disney movie.
It is.
We'll talk about that later. Beauty and the Beast. So stay tuned for that next week. We appreciate all of you watching on YouTube and the podcast platforms. But with that, nope, not going to say it.
Too many times.
Yep. Brittany makes fun of me for saying it.
One is enough.
We hope you all enjoyed this episode and have a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.